Okay. Sorry I'm a little late today. Um, it's been a chaotic last hour and a half. I found out now on Saturday Mr. Bean went to get fixed, the kitten that we were fostering. Um, we were in contact with the pound in our town and they're like, "Yeah, we've got a new home lined up for him, so after he gets fixed, you'll drop him off at the cat clinic where he's getting fixed that morning, and then you guys are all set and we'll take it from there." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." So, we said our goodbyes to him that morning and we dropped him off Saturday morning. And we didn't hear anything, and we're like, okay, so Mr. Beans is on his way. We donated to them our kitten food that we had purchased because, we didn't need it anymore. We didn't have another kitten in the house and we didn't want it to go to waste, so we donated it to them because they run mostly on donations. And that was that. However, this morning, as I was setting up for stream, I was scrolling through uh, Facebook and I saw a post from our local pound, and um they posted Mr. Bean's story about how he was all set to go to his new home after he got fixed and the family ghosted them. They tried getting in contact with them with no response, nothing. Um and so he was back up for adoption because they hadn't heard anything from these people. And I was like, oh no. I was like, why didn't they contact us? We could continue to home him until they find him another home. And so the husband called them because I was upset. And um, they said, well, the adoption agency that goes through PetSense, then we have one 2 towns over up in Fayetteville, was going to place him there as a courtesy because they kind of work together with other adoption agencies. And they were going to put him up there to try to get him his forever home because this is the second time an adoption fell through on him. The first one was within a couple of hours of us saying we'd foster him. And within an hour, that person called them back and was like, "Oh no, I can't do it after all." And we're like, "Okay." That was weird. So that was the first time. The second time was this one where they just didn't show up at all. And but in the foster thing up in PetSense, they would have been they're in like, a double wide cage, but he doesn't handle being caged very well. We've tried that when we had to separate him for timeouts and whatnot. Um and he just cries and cries and cries, and I was like, I can't handle that. Not after he's been with us for several months now. And I don't want to go up there and see him in there. So we talked about it for almost a half an hour about what our plans might look like if we decide to do this. And I'm like, this is the cat distribution system saying we need to take him. So we have Mr. Bean back. So if you hear him in the background with Cow, Mr. Bean lives here now. He is a permanent resident now. So that is why we are late getting going. I couldn't do it. I was like, I know, I'm a sucker. I just couldn't. I picked up some new brushes like last week. We haven't had the chance to use them yet. Mm, they're soft but springy. We'll see how these do. This is black Taclon, right? Yes, this is a black Taclon from Royal and Langnickel. We'll see how it does. I also picked up 2 new colors. I got 2 new color shift shades. So, we'll see how they do. I don't know if they're going to need other coats under them or not. We will see. So this one is Emerald Flash. And yes, I had to get it from the dreaded Hobby Lobby. Oh, I have exciting news. I have such exciting news. It would be more exciting if it was coming to Fayetteville, but it's not. It's coming to Rogers, which is about half an hour from us, roughly. Maybe half an hour. It's still closer than Fort Smith. We're getting our own Michaels up here. Isn't that exciting? After Joanne's moved out, there was a sign posted in front of the old Joanne store and that said coming soon Michaels to their old building. I was like, oh, husband, this is exciting. He goes, yeah, but how far is Rogers? So according to Google, it was about half an hour from here. Fort Smith is about an hour. So like one way. So he's like, well, he goes, we can't just casually go there, but you know, if you're on a mission and you need it for something specific, he goes, all right. Like, yay. That's a little dirty. Do I have an eraser out? I don't. I don't know if this will cover it properly. Yeah, we'll have to do a couple of coats. That's fine. So this is transparent. That is transparent, isn't it? That's very transparent. All right. Here's what we're gonna do. Do we want to do that same dark color? Who was it? I think it was Mystic Teal, right? Was it Mystic Teal? I think so. Yeah, it was the teal shades. I think. Yep, because this was Tropical Blue, Crystal Blue. There's Mr. Bean. Mr. Bean's back, everybody. He's chasing Cow. And Cow was going right back at him. So Cow's a drama queen. Hey! That's enough. We were hoping him getting fixed would calm Mr. Bean's ass down. It might take a few days. More than likely. And, yeah, it was definitely Mystic Teal. And the husband, had to go to the store. We needed dog food. And we needed more, we need more kitten food now. So we can't leave the kitten food down all the time, though. Because the other cats will, for sure, be into it. But we've decided we're going to give him little timeout periods in the other room. Little nappy nap times. And we'll put his kitten food in there and some water. Or he can chill out because he's going to be in a... Got little bits of cow fur. That or it's from the fuzzy mouse. I cut off the cardboard. Mr. Bean has vanished again. You could tell because it got quiet. I was a little surprised. I would figured that we'd have to do the adoption fee. On Mr. Bean. And they didn't ask us for it. They're like, here, just take him. We're like, okay. Sure then. I guess. I was expecting that we were gonna have to pay that. So I don't know what this is gonna look like with these other very different shades on top of it. But we will see. How that ends up going. But I was also worried about Mr. Bean going up for adoption coming into Halloween. Because he's a black cat. And we were both kind of worried about that. We're worried about somebody grabbing him for nefarious reasons. That and the black ones have a little bit harder of a time getting adopted out. I'm not saying anybody would have definitely done anything nefarious with him, but there's enough weirdness around here that the thought definitely came to the forefront of both of our minds. Hi, buddy, you almost got my side again. Hi. Are you stuck in? Mr. Bean! Mr. Bean! Ow! Mr. Bean! Oh my god, Mr. Bean, you just body attacked and pounced the back of my head. Hi. Where is your other foot? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, you're such a terror. No, you can't drink the paint water, buddy. No, you can't drink the paint. No. Hi. Hi, let's get off of that. Okay? Come on. Thank you. Oh boy. I forgot the challenges of painting with Mr. Bean. Mr. Bean thinks he's an artist. Or just needs to supervise everything. That piece of fuzz go? Did I get it? I have no idea if I got it or not. Bud, I gave you all of these springs earlier. They're literally all over the floor. Look. He's a handful. But it just didn't sit right with me. Oh, I'm so tired of seeing the advertisements for this. At least Moobot timed your butt out. Where'd it go? Did you lose it under there? You lost it under my desk. We're gonna have all 60 of these springs out in the house. Well, 55, because I don't know what you did with the other ones. Now we can clean up the outer edges when we bring the black paint in. I should probably go report that. Since I don't have a mod available today. Okay. Oh, this is an old account too. That's sad. Lock and bend, baby. Alright. So we're going to be using the emerald on top of this color. And we might be doing the green flash on top of this as well. At least it's the same dark undertone on everybody with the transparentness of this color shift. So I do sort of apologize for the seaweed taking so long. But only sort of. Right? Like, it's gonna take as long as it takes. And I'm gonna keep fussing until I'm happy with it, right? Because after all, it is my piece and I should be happy with it. And we're still gonna have the gold outlining. I think we have at least one piece that I still need to seal. Ah, yes, the flamingo. The flamingo still needs to be all sealed up there. And coming up with some other painting ideas in my head. I haven't had time to flesh them out yet. Able to smooth out the outer edges between the black paint of the background and the edging when that goes in. Let me see here. There we go. That in frame. So this piece is awkwardly shaped for the size of my workspace. So it's hard to get it all in frame in one go. If I zoom out any further, you're going to see the ginormous mess that is the shelf underneath of my monitor. With all kinds of stuff on it. You know, everyday computer desk life stuff. Chapstick, cough drops, nail clippers. Some kind of mint that's not a mint. I've got little note cards and little desk tchotchkes, knickknacks everywhere. Okay, so there's that one. Let me rinse that. And we're gonna give that a chance to dry. Okay, now that Mr. Bean isn't up here at the moment. One second, you guys. Sorry about that. Husband had to run to go get kitten food and dog food. So I'm the only one here and my mom needed something. So this is like just a little big for my work area. But you know, we can make it work. Alright, so this is going back into that emerald color shift. Now I'm still gonna need to do probably 2 coats on this. Okay. Yeah, because this is going to be a little hard to see with the that dark teal underneath of it. But I think that dark teal, or mystic teal rather, is definitely going to help help the different shades of the color shift feel a little more like they belong. So I didn't add the lighter teal veining to this middle color. I'm actually kind of wondering if I should have. I don't know though. Now the color shift paint does have a slight scent to it. It's not like terribly overpowering, but there is a slight paint scent to it. Is that you? Okay. It was like he never left.
Yes.
Oh, they were flying through here a couple of times.
Oh, good. Well, they're happy.
Well, I don't know if he's happy, but
He's chilling out on the guinea pig cage and looked very cute at me when I showed up.
oh yeah, he put himself in the bucket because she just went outside and she's like, "Is he okay?" I'm like, "I'll come watch him. Just watch when you come back in."
Honestly, at this point, we're just gonna have to tell her to watch it.
Yeah, I made sure that he didn't try to jump out on her while she was heading out the door, but I was like, "Watch yourself when you come back in because I'm not going to be standing here." But it might take a little bit for the hormones to chill.
He already seems pretty damn chill for him.
That's because he's tired. It's been a non-stop party while you've been gone.
Ah. Hi, Mr. Beans.
That's why there's so many springs everywhere.
Hi.
He climbed my chair and pounced the back of my head. I think he was trying to attack my hair that was blowing in the fan.
Time for Ed. Hi, Ed.
Peabut looked rather displeased sitting on top of the
Uh-oh. You've seen a puppy tail.
guinea pig cage.
Get
Which
that tail.
puppy tail?
Susu. Get that tail.
Well, that was a short-lived nap.
Snap.
He was in that bucket taking a bath. I think he was setting up for nap time. So did you find your stuff, or do we have to go somewhere else?
I had to stop at Tractor Supply, but I didn't
Pet Sense or actually Tractor Supply?
get it. Tractor Supply. I couldn't get it at Pet Sense.
Like I said, it's like he never left.
Hi, Cow Cow. Come here, puppy.
But Cal was punching him back pretty good, so...
Yeah, I don't think he's,
I think he's just vocal. I don't think he's all that mad. But yes, the chaos has returned.
leave it alone. Doesn't feel like it
Ed's an old man.
So's Cow.
Well, yeah, actually, Ed's, I think it might be
Pretty sure he's
a couple months younger than Cal.
Mr. Beans.
Now that I think about it. Shift this guy a little bit. So yeah, I think we'll definitely need a second coat on this particular color shift shade. I don't necessarily hate this brush, at least at the moment for this. So, how chaotic has everybody else's Monday been today? Ours has been pretty chaotic. Hopefully, this will look okay. Oh, right, I have to go back and adjust the ones on the other side too. Even though I technically finished those. This might be some of the last adjustments that I make. You can see a slight color difference, at least in person, between these two. It's kind of showing up on the camera, kind of. Not as much as I would like it to, but I think that other side also had quite a bit more layering on it. I will say it is a little tricky seeing coat number 2 come in here. So I'm kind of having to eyeball it a bit. Try to figure out if it's actually laying down. So I'm kind of having to eyeball it a bit. Try to figure out if it's actually laying down. So I'm kind of having to eyeball it a bit. Try to figure out if it's actually laying down. So I'm kind of having to eyeball it a bit. Try to figure out if it's actually laying down. So I'm kind of having to eyeball it a bit. Try to figure out if it's actually laying down. So I'm kind of having to eyeball it a bit. Try to figure out if it's actually laying down. So I'm kind of having to eyeball it a bit. Try to figure out if it's actually laying down. So I'm kind of having to eyeball it a bit. Try to figure out if it's actually laying down. So I'm kind of having to eyeball it a bit. Try to figure out if it's actually laying down. So I'm kind of having to eyeball it a bit. Try to figure out if it's actually laying down. So I'm kind of having to eyeball it a bit. Try to figure out if it's actually laying down. So I'm kind of having to eyeball it a bit. Try to figure out if it's actually laying down. So I'm kind of having to eyeball it a bit. the second layer here. Some spots it's easier to tell than others. I want to be careful, even though that's going to get outlined. But the outline's only going to fix so much of that, so I still need to be a little bit careful. Can't afford to get too sloppy. Like where the edge is gonna hit the black background, I can fix that. So, but it's where colors are intersecting where we're gonna have to clean that up with the gold paint. That's gonna be a bit trickier. So we need to be a bit more careful in there. Yeah, so far I am liking these two different shades together. We'll see how I feel about the third shade when we get there. It always kind of felt like it should have been at least two shades, if not three. And it wasn't quite sitting right with my brain, only having the one. Oh, shit, where'd I leave off? I think I was down here somewhere. But I feel a little bit more confident with the direction now. This is going in. Yeah, it's a Monday. It's a crazy Monday. All Mondays seem a bit crazy. Tomorrow we're gonna be starting on the husband's Christmas present. Some people will groan. But y'all, we're halfway through September. I do not. It takes me a while to make the figurines. Especially, I mean, this one won't be as involved as the axolotl. But I also have to make my mom's one as well. And he told me not to bother making his mom or his aunt one. Okay, let me rinse that out. Try to rinse that out. Okay. So we are going to need some more of that Mystic Teal again. We're gonna try our darndest not to put our arm in anything that may or may not still be wet. Okay. I can hear a cow across the house with Mr. Bean. Mr. Bean only meows when he's mad about something or when he's really getting into playing. Like, I've heard him give a little battle cry when going after some of his toys. That's all Cow right there. That is all Mr. Cow. Mr. Cow! Don't worry. We'll give you a break from Mr. Bean in a little bit. We have to get a new food bowl. Mr. Bean just goes until he falls over. If we don't institute a nap time right now. Or initiate nap time, I guess. Would be the better word there. They are on Russell's chair at the moment. I don't know what this green flash is really gonna look like on top of this dark teal color, but we'll see. So all three of the specific color shifts, and I've got a pearlized white that we haven't seen yet, that I'm going to use for the bubbles, and the gold. All of those are from Folk Art. The rest of... Cow, come on! That's enough! The rest of the paint is all Deco Art Americana. Hey! Get off of Daddy's keyboard, please! You're pressing buttons and things are popping up. Come on, you two. Oh, we're gonna get wet. We're gonna get wet. Mr. Bean. Mr. Bean. Mr. Bean just thinks it's a fun game. The people that run the pound were housing Mr. Bean at their house, which is like a couple doors down from us. Ironically enough. And they said that he was learning to play with their older cat, and I'm like, yep. We know about that one. And this is Mr. Bean's form of playing, is wrestling. And some kind of form of mixed martial arts kitty edition, it seems. They were quite delighted and relieved when we said we would take him. And I understand that they were gently trying to say learning how to play with their older cat. Yeah, I don't know what they pressed. They were stepping on your keyboard.
It's okay.
They were both up there. Don't forget you need to do that thing for TJ.
Yeah.
Are you warning them ahead of time?
Not going to at some
Mr. Bean's back, baby. Uh-oh.
point.
Okay. For a split second, I was like, oh no, it's the Pound People. The second original adopter finally surfaced, although at this point they lost their chance. To be perfectly honest. We might be the only ones willing to put up with Bean's nonsense anyway. Well, he's learning to cat. Wow, and a text message. I'll get this shade. Well, this teal put in. Now, I'm not going to... Well, I don't think I necessarily need to re-teal the two others on the other side, although we might need to. I don't know how these colors will layer different shades on top of the one. So two of those might need to get re-tealified. Oh, the house has gone quiet. A quiet house with a bean and a cow is not always a good thing. Section here. couple of white spots there. I didn't completely cover it. Alright, so now the moment of truth where we get this other color in here. Right. Okay. Oh, I think I just heard cow. This is green flash. What's with all the text all of a sudden? Your phone's pinging like crazy. Who was it this time?
It was like cat people mentioning they forgot to give us back his rabies vaccination. So.
Okay. Do we need to go down and get that now?
Wait for them to respond.
Okay, yeah, that looks pretty good on top of that Mystic Teal. It's dark but light. I'm probably still gonna do
Take me for a second.
2 coats on that. 1 second, you guys. Sorry about that. Chaos continues. That's okay. I am beginning to believe that we are chaos magnets. Okay. Yeah, that looks, oh, sorry. Forgot we were a little off camera there at the top. That is coming together. Very nicely. Very nicely indeed. That one's definitely going to need 2 coats because I only did the 1 coat of the teal. Just to help clean things up. Okay, so that is this guy. Peeking out back here. So the coverage with this brush isn't too bad. Pretty smooth so far. Oh, now the phone's ringing. I saw that show up on the caller ID the other day too.
Probably
I mean, probably. Okay. Yes, I'm definitely happier with these other 2 shades in here. For sure. Just, it gives it a little bit more separation. And a bit more pop of color. And I don't know how well the gold outline will be visible on this particular color, but I still think we'll be okay. This is almost like a toned down peridot. Did you put him down for a nap or?
Yeah.
We might put him in the other room when it comes time to make dinner. Just so he's not in my mom's food or my
Yeah,
food.
we'll put him in the room for
Give him a
dinner
chance to
time.
eat his kitten food. Without the other cats chowing down on it. The other cats were eating it when we had it sitting outside along the other food. They were like, oh, you've been holding out on us. This is the good stuff. So does that bottle say how many times we have to do it?
I haven't peeled back to see the instructions yet.
Oh, so it didn't come in a box?
No. It just says peeling instructions. Hang
Uh huh. She still is a little
on. 5 drops twice daily.
That's very different than what they told us.
I explain what has been working.
Yeah.
Literally identical structure.
Oh, jeez. Well, yeah, that would explain our confusion as to why it's taking an awful long time to do anything, because she's still a little bothered. So where are you pulling your info for TJ?
Based off what I know and the research I've done.
Is it even feasible to really have a melee build in that?
Sure.
So what do you have to do? Like get all of the armor that has like auto healing on it or something?
Not necessarily.
Okay. This ripped into there. So this one went in a little splotchy in spots, but I think it's the paint getting a little sticky. This color shift stuff seems to get a little sticky as it's coming off the brush. Not like Arteza's acrylics that feel tacky as it's drying. It's hard to explain. Like in that spot, it just seemed to feel a little sticky going in. Hard to explain. Maybe I was picking up a little bit of the shade that was starting to dry. Which is possible. So this feels like a subdued peridot. Bit of a muted version of it, a little mustard-y in spots, but oh yeah, that looks heaps better with the three colors. I also have a fan on because it got warm again. We got teased with fake fall. And then it shot right back into summer here. Which is so disappointing. So I was like, ooh, maybe we'll be able to turn the air conditioner off for a little bit, open the windows, get a little bit of fresh air in here. That lasted for all of like 2 days, maybe 3 at the most. And like, never mind. Just not something that my neck fully appreciated. We can just get to a temperature set and stay there for a while. That would be great. That would be all sorts of super great. So like if you dry brush this stuff, or at the very least this shade, it's definitely picking up the canvas texture. Which is kind of fun. If you're like going for like a mermaid tail fish scale kind of texture. Yeah, it definitely needs to be on top of another color. I'm gonna rinse this brush just a little bit. Just to keep any gunk, any of this from drying out too much. This is a brand new brushy. Okay. I'm gonna do one more pass on that shade before we go back to figuring out this over here. So when I come in with the background color, I might need to come in up on the edge just a little bit on these guys. Just to try to ensure that we've got the darker edging from where I was outlining that filled in. I didn't get any editing done yesterday on the tissue paper project, but I'm hoping to fix that. Tonight, I'm on video 31. I think I might be halfway through video 31. And then I believe I've got one that's under an hour. And then I've got another 2-hour one. I'm trying to... Hi, P-Butt. P-Butt! Come on now, you're standing in my paintbrushes. What are you doing? Meow. Peabody. What is the matter? What, P-Butt? Meow. Yeah. Am I the complaints department now? Apparently so. Yeah. Really? Is this the P-Butt live stream now? Do you not want to be live? I hate to break it to you, we're live right now. Do you want to paint, Peabody? Do I need to get some paper and a Ziploc bag for you to paint? Do you need to make some abstract arts? Do you even know what you would have to do? We'd have to set up some paint on the floor in some paint bags. Take some paper or a canvas and put it in a little Ziploc-y. Put some dollops of colors on there. And close the bag. And then we'd have to probably put a blanket over it so your nails didn't puncture it. And then throw some catnip down or some toys or the laser pointer and have you run over top of it a little bit to smoosh the paint around. Is that something you would like to do? You're being awfully quiet. Did you leave? Oh no. No, 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 no. 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 Thank you. What did you just knock down?
Your plastic lid.
Okay. You're not gonna overheat my computer, sir. You cannot sit on top of that. The entire top is an air vent. You are not sitting on top of my tower. Absolutely not. Are you out of food, guy? You only ever come pestering me when you're, out of food. It's the only time he's ever getting up in my face. That or the baby chased him off the top of the, guinea pig cage. Which is a possibility. Baby Bean might have wanted to wrestle and Peanut might have been like, nope, I'm out. Very, very possible. Okay. That section cleaned up a little bit. Oh yes, I am excited about this now. Ever like hesitant to make a change to something because you're afraid you're gonna make it worse? And then in the end you end up loving the change. I mean, it was acrylic paint. It wouldn't have been world ending. project ending calamity. We would just have to paint over it to fix it. But I think this was a good change. Ends. I will say this one feels a little more gold, but that's probably because of this color being so yellow. It's not quite Granny Smith apple green. It is more like a yellowy green. But it is giving me very like peridot vibes. Certain way the light's hitting it. It does feel a little bit brighter gold than the other two. But you know what? It's okay. And yeah, we definitely needed that second pass. But even though we did 2 coats of this, that Mystic Teal that we put down there, it's still shining through. And it is still toning down the shade, which it did need. It was a little bright, because without that there, I think it would have been too center stage, if that makes sense. I mean, it's already, oh, look at me, but it was like way too much look at me. And then the shininess of our seaweed, I think, will play off the gold accents on the Seahorse pretty well. Like I said, any of the outer edge weirdness we can clean up a bit with the black paint. But just so you get an idea, so this is the shade under or over the teal, right? That's, let's see if I can get it in the camera. Like, no, that's not, it's a little hard to see there. So that's it straight, and then that's it like over the other color. So it definitely tones it down a bit. I feel like I'm wading through a sea of mica powder in the bottom of this cup. Okay, now I'm gonna flip this guy around. And we are, can't tell if the camera's crooked or if it's my desk. It's probably my desk. So we have to figure out who's gonna be who over here. And if I need to, let's see, that's almost dry in there, but okay, so maybe this front guy. Do I need to add teal and redo you? I'm hoping not. I'm hoping that a pass or two of this on top of the dragonfly will be enough. I don't know. It might. Might take two passes. Just to smooth it out a bit. Like I can see where my brush strokes are starting. In spots on here. Noticing, it's looking a little lighter. It might work out. Where I don't have to do the Mystic Teal Pass again. Definitely gonna do a second pass on this shade though. Because it is going to need that. Oh, right. Okay. I see what happened there. You are supposed to come up this way. All of these guys kind of intersect right here. So it's kind of hard to see who's going where. Do this one as this shade. Right, it looks a little different. Gosh, the other one looks so splotchy. Like I'm really seeing the teal through it. Like you can see that it's just one coat, so I may have done myself an injustice by not doing that second coat of teal there. It's not as noticeable on the camera, but sitting here looking at it from this side, it is. Not sure what exactly I want to do about that. Hmm. So I'm gonna do this one. I mean, on this side, we did the 2 coats of the teal, and then we took the lighter mint color. And we added some streaks going through it, which you could still kind of see through the dragonfly. That I put in there. Every cow piece of fuzz is just clinging to this thing. And I'm gonna blame Cow's fuzz, because he's the one that's on my desk the most. I don't know that, I don't know if I'm gonna need to, like, go and do the streakies on the other side. But, I'm gonna have to do something. I don't know if that's another pass of the teal. Like, it looked fine when I was right over top of it. But from this angle, it needs another pass of something. And I have a feeling what that's gonna be, and I'm not happy about it because I'm ready to move on to a different section. But I should have known that it's just not that simple. Trying to make sure I don't put too much of the color shift out at once, because this stuff wasn't cheap. Like I said, I ended up grabbing it at Hobby Lobby. My mom ended up insisting on buying it after I argued with her that it was too expensive. Still hate shopping there, but if I don't have a choice, I don't have a choice. Especially don't want to pay for shipping that's gonna probably cost more than the two items that I had grabbed. That really burns my ass. It's like, the shipping is gonna cost more than the product, so I'd rather just buy the product in person. Like, it was easier to say I really don't want to shop there anymore and not shop there anymore when Joann's was still here. But even though Joann's was a bit more pricey on some things, it was a lot harder when they closed up. And then half the time when we went in Joann's, our local Joann's didn't have what I needed on the shelf. I'd actually seen these cute storage containers on their website. And then I saw them in the store and I'm like, oh, those are like way smaller than the picture made them look. Like way smaller. I imagine Mr. Bean decided to take a nap. Since I haven't heard cow in a while. Or my mom yelling at cow. Or the baby. Alright, let's rinse this guy. No, that is a fair amount of mica in the bottom of that. Alright. Okay, so I was trying to give this other coat here time to dry a little bit before I came back in with pass number 2. With some fresh paint. The other stuff was kind of starting to dry. In my little paint cup here. Or my improvised paint cup. I was like, oh, it's sparkly. The sparkles can be a bit of a trial cleaning them off sometimes. So I was like, let me just use this disposable little thing here. It was the little tiny tray that my Milano cookies came in. I was like, well, you know what? I can give that a second purpose. We don't need to throw that away just yet. Like, I can totally use that. I had a couple more of them. And then Bean kept trying to make off with them, so I sacrificed one to him. There was no chocolate left in it. I wiped it out. And you know what? I don't know whatever happened to that. I don't know if it ended up getting thrown out. Or if he hid it somewhere. I was trying to find all of the springs that he had run off with when we were trying to put the house back in order on Saturday, and I couldn't find at least 4 to 5 of them. I don't know if they're like hiding under my computer tower. It sits on this little tiny like wooden base that has these wheels on it, and you're like, oh, you can slide it around. No, the wheels are solid and they don't spin. So I don't really understand why they couldn't have just put feet on the bottom of it. Like we thought it rolled. It does not. I found this out when I went to push it and my hard drive, or not my hard drive, but my tower slid off of the little tiny tower cart that it was sitting on. I was like, okay. I don't know why it didn't dawn on us when we were putting the desk together, but I mean, it might have just slid on our fake hardwood floors in here, but I had to put a carpet under my desk to keep my chair from rolling halfway across the floor. Because the floors aren't level. tried to scoot it along the carpeted floor, it did not want to scoot. I would like to have my tower up top on the desk itself where I can access it easier. However, I don't have the space to do that comfortably. Like, I could try to sit it on this monitor shelf, but it's not very wide, and the cats would be toppling it off of there in like 2 seconds flat. And let's not. Like, it's bad enough I have to strap my monitors to the desk. I've got the bases of the monitors zip tied to this monitor shelf. Because the shelf isn't very wide. And cats. Mr. Bean was physically trying to climb my monitor the other day. Which was a rather big surprise. And very unexpected. So, like, I'm trying to figure out if that other side needs one more coat on this shade. This shade's probably good. Let's see if I can get a better estimate on that. But this shade is good. It's the other shade now. That we definitely have to do at least one more pass on the other side. But you knocked my brushes on the floor. And so I'm gonna have to get a Ziploc bag to put all these springs in. Who's that? Is that Littles? Hi, Littles. Littles is here. Well, that's fascinating. The time on my Kindle is a minute off of the time on my desktop. Okay. So we need some more of the emerald. This one. Just making sure I grabbed the right guy. I suddenly wasn't sure. I think pass number 2. On this will help it a bit more. Well, technically this might be pass number 3. Potentially. So we found out there's a flamingo skin for a weapon in Fallout 76. And it should, in theory, be coming back up on the Atomic Shop tomorrow. And I really want that skin now that I know it exists. I didn't know it existed before. I think it came into the game during the period that we had taken a break from playing it. So that's exciting, for me at least. It meant I had to change weapons, which I was a little nervous about doing, but this particular weapon seems to be working out a bit better for me. In the long run. Let's see, that looks a little bit lighter. I'm still gonna need to do, I think, at least a few more passes on the other side, or break down and do another pass of the teal. And then do another pass on the mica color shift. But you can definitely see the splotchy of only one pass of the teal on the other side right now. I don't know. I don't know that another pass on the color shift alone is going to fix that. I might have to do one more pass on this color, even though I really didn't want to. think I'm gonna have to. Like the other two are fine. Like this one's a little questionable. But we did have so many coats on those other guys. Question is, am I gonna need to do two coats on this? Probably. More than likely. I mean, I guess I could have tried to do one or two more passes on that shade of color shift. But it's so transparent. Just wasn't sure. That it was gonna be enough. Kind of, sort of. I mean, this one covered pretty good, so I think we're probably okay. With that one. This one looked a little sloppy. I wasn't sure I could fix it. Later, so We're just gonna have to fix it now. How many coats of paint can we put in this one spot? Probably infinite. But it's my own fault for not doing that second coat. So excited to get the new sheet on there. So, is it lesson learned for the moment? I didn't add the streaks onto these guys because I wasn't so sure it really needed it. And they're only barely visible on this one, depending on what way the light's hitting it. Shoot, I was out of camera frame. Some of that. Wasn't I? Pretty sure I was. Not sure how dry this is up here. But it might be dry enough. Like, I would like to start the last section of seaweed here. I mean, am I being silly? Oh, this phone today. Excuse me. No, I don't think we necessarily need the streaks in. Because the other side had it on all of them. And I can't see it through the brighter shade on the other side. Okay. So, I mean, it's not going to be like the 15 layers that we had going on over on the other side, but for some reason, this particular shade just wanted to show every splotchy bit possible. And sometimes it just be like that. Like, you just gotta learn your lesson and be like, well, this is what I get for not doing it the way I should have the first time. But I think after this coat, I'll be looking a bit better over here. So tomorrow we start Banana Slug. We're gonna have to model it after his finger puppet. I'm not sure how big I'm making this yet. I gotta dig my polyfill out. Because that's what my core is gonna be. Not like a squishy banana slug. Like, I'm not making a plushie. We're not doing a stuffed animal. I don't know what size brush we're gonna use when it comes time to put the background in. I kind of want to do the background before I do all these doodads that are sticking out. I don't know if that's wise or not. That could potentially end up backfiring on me. Not sure which is going to be more painful, painting delicately around gold spokes after they have already gone in, or just dealing with it beforehand. I don't know which would be less painful at this point. Okay, I think that might be good now. Let's hope so. And let's hope so. Okay. Where is... Oh, it's here. Sorry, I got a ad notification. I didn't know why. Oh, okay. That's fine. That's fine. Alright, so we're letting that dry for a minute. Down here is definitely going to need a minute. And then we'll have to do 2 passes on this guy. What time is it? Okay. Husband has a Shadowrun game tonight. In theory. Last week they tried to play and Discord said no. Of course, like 15 minutes, 20 minutes after they called it of trying to wait for Discord to get its act together, it was fixed, and but everybody had gone off to do other things, but we have a hard stop today. Those are some tuckered out doggies. Snuffles didn't get to go to the park this morning. Because her tummy was upset. See what happens this afternoon if we get the chance to take them before he has Shadowrun. Alright, that's looking a little bit better, I think. I forgot to readjust that. Of course I did. Okay. So are my fall people excited about fall starting to roll into town and all the pumpkin spice everything? I am not really a pumpkin spice fan at all. Not really a pumpkin fan either, but at least somebody is, I guess. More for you. All right. Now the tricky part of getting this new coat in here. Because we darkened it up so much. That, now I have to try to find where we need to be. Okay. All of this popped into here. Yeah, that's gonna look a little less splotchy now, I think. It's just a slight issue. And we could see the weird shading. If you weren't looking at it dead on. Okay. So when we get done with this section, probably we'll start putting it in the coats of our teal on this stuff down here. Will we need to do a second pass on this one? I mean, everybody else got a second pass. Do I feel like doing a second pass? Not really, but will I kick myself if I don't? Probably. Everybody else got their second passes here. For a second, I thought I messed up. I was like, wait, what? I thought I was starting to paint the wrong one. Because these two intersecting each other are very similar in shade. I just kind of had a small momentary panic of, did I just mess up? No, we're good. We're good. We are all good. Now I'll have to take a look at it to see if we really need that. Next pass on it. I mean, I have so many layers of this color in here already. Don't know if I need it. Okay, let me rinse that. I rinse that brush. And we'll see how we're looking here. I really only noticed the issue when I was looking at it from the side. Okay, that's better. And yeah, we can see the different shades in there. Yeah, that's better. Okay. I don't think we need to do another coat on that in that section. I think we're pretty good there. Question is, can I get away with this brush? Or do I need a new brush? I don't know. Okay, so we are down in here. I'm not sure if I should grab a round guy. Or if this will be good enough. So obviously 2 coats on this shade is a must. And these are smaller guys, so shouldn't take as long to deal with each one. Trying to make sure I've given myself enough room in between. It's probably going to be various size brushes doing the background here. More than likely. Okay. So I kind of noticed I have them all kind of sit in the same direction a little bit. But that's okay. It's turning dry already. Like, just popped that down. It's a mighty powerful fan there. It's only on low. I was trying to dry almost as fast as the Arteza stuff. Okay, so then this guy. Fill in there. As best as we can. And we'll have one more. So we have to figure out what colors these are going to be, and I didn't get that far yet. I was just like, oh, let me just get these painted in here. So if I go our green flash here, maybe dragonfly, emerald, maybe we can do a green flash here. Maybe go, no, you know what, we'll do this. Shoot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Got 7 here. So maybe dragonfly in the middle. So we go dragonfly. Emerald, emerald. Green flash. Green flash. And what's that? Dragonfly on the outside too? I guess we can do that. That was our original color there. Okay. Yeah. Did I pick it up? I don't know if I did. No, I didn't. There we go. The little paint skin off of the plate got picked up. So we're coming back in with coat number 2. Trying to darken this up a bit. Trying to even it out a little. Where we can. Like, it's okay if it has a slight variation to it. But I just didn't want it to be too splotchy overall. Because, you know, that's not a good time. What was that?
Oh, that was my chair.
Oh, okay. No?
No, it was.
It was in the window.
Ed. Hi, Ed.
I was gonna say, it sounded like an Ed sneeze. How bad were the dailies today? And this popped into here. And that one section looks a little streaky still. So I might come back one more time and just touch up that one spot. It's slowly getting darker. This color seems to really darken up once it's dry. And it gets that second coat on there. Okay. Like, it's still a little streaky, but it's darkening up. So I don't think it'll be as noticeably splotchy. Once we get the color shift in there. Okay. But it is coming together. The other shades on there definitely help. Big time. Lost my place on my plate. I've got so many dried puddles of this color on here. Okay. Time we're at 219. Alright, I think we'll stop there today. Just because I want to be able to have time to finish the seaweed. So I don't have to waste more color shift that wouldn't completely get used. So, I think we're looking pretty good so far, though, honestly. Let's see, where are we at here? It's mostly in frame. So the background, when that goes in, will be black. So this one will definitely pop off of the black background, I think. And I still need to put the eyeball in. I haven't done that yet. Oh gosh. Do I want to do background and then the spokes? Or do I want to do the spokes and then the back? It might be a little tedious trying to cut in the background around the already painted spokes. It might very well be. The background's going to be tedious enough as it is. Oh gosh, which one would I do? Don't really know. So then I have to try to get that in the middle. it might be less trouble to paint the gold first and then come in with the background last. I mean, ultimately, my bubbles will end up being the last thing that I do, I think, barring any touch-ups that need to happen. Because those I'm going to have to wait till the background goes in completely. Yeah, so next week we will finish up the seaweed and start to put in the gold accents on the seahorse. I think that will be our next plan of action. Plus, I need to try to get in there with the kneaded eraser and pull up some of that pencil line in there. But that will be a matter for next Monday. So tomorrow, like I said, we'll be starting the needle felted banana slug for the husband. And we'll see how that goes. So thank you guys for popping in and checking things out today. Don't forget to follow the social links down below. That will take you to the Ko-fi, the Blue Sky, and the YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe and like over there because you never know what's going to pop up, along with the live stream archives in case you want to go back and rewatch something. We have all kinds of stuff that pops up over there, games, art. So yeah, I hope everybody enjoys the rest of their afternoons and that your Tuesday starts out a little better than today did. So until next time, everybody, have a good one.